Hello and welcome to another episode of I Les, They Les, We All Les for You Les. I've got my good friend Angela Rayner with me again.
Hiya.
We've got a lot of topics to get through, so shall we get straight into it?
Defo, let's go for it.
Okay, so you're just back from meeting the new Pope.
Yeah, we just went to the Pope's inauguration. It was absolutely fantastic. Myself and our David. It was an absolutely wonderful event, so yeah.
Yeah, I was very jealous. I wanted to go along.
Oh, but you're needed here in London, though.
Well, yeah, in fairness, London would fall apart if I wasn't around.
It probably would, yeah.
I am the glue holding London together.
Defo, yeah.
And David had a bit of an issue with a taxi.
Yeah, that's still a bit of a touchy subject for our David. It wasn't when he was with me, it was before, but he doesn't like to hear anything about it because people are still talking about it. But he did say, do you want to have a taxi back from the airport? And I said, no, you're all right.
Well, next time he wouldn't have to worry about taxis thanks to our new EU deal.
Yeah.
He'll be able to fly straight in and go straight through an E-gate.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much to our Kia for doing that, putting that incredible deal through with the EU, because now you lot, anyone who goes on holiday, you'll have 15 minutes less queuing time. And how good is that? Think of all the things you can do in that extra 15 minutes.
You could go to the toilet.
Saved you. You can do absolutely loads of things. So there you go.
Well
Brilliant
done.
deal.
Well done,
Well
Keir
done
Starmer.
to the Prime Minister.
And talking about getting deals done, the Chagos Islands deal.
That got done, yeah, despite the opposition, people meddling in it last minute, trying to do a last minute whatever. Didn't work. It's gone through and good job.
Yeah, and I know there was loads of people from the Chagos Islands protesting outside saying they didn't want the deal to go through.
Yeah.
But just to let them know, we know what's best for you.
We do. We know what's best. Trust us. We know what we're doing. Yeah.
And I saw Reform turned up outside court. Don't listen to them.
No, they turn up to anything, to be honest.
And that Labour train is charging through with all those deals.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
And it won't let anything stand in the way.
No.
And talking about morons, Kemi Badenoch put you on blast during PMQs, I saw.
Wow, I mean, unbelievable. I was in such a good mood that day. Myself and our Lucy were having a right laugh on the front bench. She told me a dirty joke about little trumpets. She is filthy, absolutely filthy
sense of humour.
Dirty girl. But anyway, it was it was positive. And then Kemi walked in and opened a trap, and straight away my mood changed because she decided to talk a load of misinformation, load of nonsense about me.
Well, she tried to insinuate that you're on manoeuvres.
I don't even know what manoeuvres means.
She's trying to say that you're trying to take Rachel's job, or maybe even Keir Starmer's job.
I don't want anybody else's jobs. And why are you focusing on my jobs, Rachel's job, or our Keir's job? Why don't you do your own job, Kemi? It is absolutely ridiculous. You've got any... Why are you stirring things up with us Labours? Why don't you actually focus on your party that's falling apart? Maybe do something about that. Absolutely ridiculous, honestly. Ruined my mood. I was in such an happy mood.
Do you think you make a good Chancellor if you...
Well, I mean, I watched quite a bit of Numberjacks with my kids and a bit of Countdown, maybe. I don't want a job, though. I don't want that. I don't want to do that.
You know what would be a perfect job for you?
What's that?
Prime Minister Angela Rayner. I can see it right now.
No.
You could do it. I think so. You could do it, and maybe with a new deputy prime minister.
Yeah, I think we would make quite a good team, wouldn't we? But that's not happening. Not happening. I'm very, very busy. I've got a lot going on.
You've got to build all the houses.
I've got to build all the houses. I've got to do the deals. I've got to sort out my new employment rights stuff that's about to go through. Busy. Absolutely busy with everything at the moment.
Rachel had a bit of an issue on Sky News, I saw.
Oh, that was a disaster.
Checker, Rachel Reeves, who's been speaking about the inflation data.
But the numbers today are clearly disappointing. We want to see inflation coming down after the cost of living challenges that people have been through this last few years.
I honestly cannot believe what happened. Did you see the footage?
Yes. It sounded like she was panicking over the inflation figures.
I put her settings to interview mode. We knew that it was going to be a difficult interview, so we got her all prepared. We'd loaded up all the talking points, and then I don't know if she was just a bit stressed and she leaned back on a chair or something. She must have knocked her settings to chipmunk mode, and then she was off. The Sky had to cut her off halfway through. because she was just going mad. She's back on a charging pod now, though, and we're just going to have to recalibrate her later.
Well, that wouldn't happen if you were Chancellor.
Well, I mean, it's a different kettle of fish for me, but, you know, I don't require the charging pod like our Rachel does, so we've got to sort it out.
But you've been attacked also by the Free Speech Union.
Oh, yeah, the far-right adjacent.
They've been having a go at you about your banter bill. I
mean, instead of praising me for me employment rights bill, which is absolutely, it's a brilliant bill. They've decided to nitpick through it and find a teeny tiny clause in it that is pretty insignificant that they've decided to be all dramatic about and make a big deal of. They even set up an entire evening and invited a load of Tories and reformers and far-right adjacent press to cover it, claiming that it is going to infringe on people's free speech. They're obsessed with free speech and trying to suggest we're trying to stop it. And we've said, even our Keir said to Trump that we're proud of our free speech. We've got free speech in this country and nobody gets penalised for anything that they say, which is defo true. And they're saying in this bill that, you know, it's an attack on free speech. No, it's not. It's protecting employees from having their feelings hurt in the workplace because ignorant people will come in and talk about whatever they want and they don't consider people might overhear their conversations and get upset and offended and then won't be able to do their jobs. Then they'll have to get signed off for a week by their GPs for mental health reasons, and then that's going to have an impact on people's businesses. So why wouldn't anyone agree with this bill? Every employer is going to want to sign up to this because they'll say, well, no, it's going to affect my business. So no, this needs to come in. And it's not a banter ban. I've never called it a banter ban, so I don't know why you're calling it a banter ban, just to be dramatic and far right adjacent, no doubt. But
yeah, and just to be clear, it's not a banter ban. It's legally just stopping certain kinds of banter. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
You can still have banter, just not offensive banter.
Just don't be offensive.
Yeah.
Don't be an idiot.
You know, it doesn't hurt to be nice. You know.
There you go. Yeah.
But I had to put up with this during the whole Ulez debate when I was being constantly attacked.
Yeah, by the far-right adjacent.
By the far-right adjacent, but there's a clip around today just showing how well it's doing.
Exactly.
I don't know if you saw it with my Deputy Mayor, Joanna
She
McCarthy.
made such a good case for Ulez because she explained that in her constituency, half of it is in the Ulez zone and the other half isn't. And the half that's in the Ulez zone breathes cleaner air than the other half.
I represent Outer London. Until recently, half of my constituency was within the Ulez. The North Circular dissected it. So I had a situation where half of my population had cleaner air, the other half didn't.
And I mean, there you go.
There you go. But if you go there, you can see it anyway. The people in the non-Ulez zone, they're coughing, they look sick, they're grey, they smell, just dirty people. Okay. But this is what happens when you vote against progress. You should have voted for Ulez. Yeah,
exactly. You should have voted for it. But there you go. People just do anything they want to try and pull us down, won't they?
That's it.
It's not going to work.
Not going to work.
No.
But there we go. So thanks for watching. That was another episode of I Les, They Les, We All Les for You Les. We'll be back again. And thank you for joining us. See you next time.
See you. Bye.
Bye.